Hey, you guys, we're in a group stage. Hello, my name's Damien, I'm the Trucking Foot Manager, and welcome back to the Green Army. Welcome back to Europa FC for the start of the season, really, considering that we're several episodes in already. We have Astana of Kazakhstan in the first group stage European football this club has ever seen. And then we have the Pepe Reyes Cup final, which is also the first game in the Pepe Reyes Cup. It's the Charity Shield of Gibraltar. It's against Lincoln. Who else is it going to be against? I feel like it should be against our own reserves, since, we won the league and the cup. So, I feel like it should just be us against us and we get to win the cup, but apparently that's not how it works. It's a bit of a nothing game. It'll give us a chance to see some of the new signings, maybe some of the less common players that we don't see so often. Not a hell of a lot has happened since the last time you were here. The transfer window, I believe, is already closed. I'll double check. No, you saw but Jordan Thomas come in. Nothing else has changed in terms of departures, apart from we are planning on getting rid of Callum Heath. We've had a conversation. We don't like him anymore. His determination of 2 is an issue. His low determination is a big issue. His training was always the worst, like top of the bad column. And if I ever mentioned it to him, I was like, he was just like, oh, what? No, doesn't matter. I'm doing fine. So I tried to loan him out, and he flat refused, and then got shirty with me. He's going. He's not going to be playing for us. Like I said, a determination of 2, he was always going to be hard to find. I think I signed him from the Hound Dogs, which is a little bit embarrassing. But, a pace of 5 is not good enough. A jumping reach of 4 is not good enough for a centre midfielder. His passing and vision are okay, and that's the kind of annoying thing about him. But there's too many holes in his game. With a determination of 2, he's probably not ever going to fix those holes. So, he is gone. Apart from that, no other signings. Schedule-wise, we won all our friendlies. Chiclana Industria beat 11-1. Algeciras B, we beat 3-2. And Rondo, we beat 5-1. Which got us a bit of match sharpness. If we look over the fence at the national team, we've played the first game of the... Why can't I find the fixtures? The first game of the Nations League D, and we've drawn 4-4 away at Latvia, which was comical. We were all over them. We should have hammered them. Look at that. 1-0 up, 1 each, 2-1 up, 3-1 up, 3-2, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4. We can't hold on to a lead. We'd be terrible as dog walkers. That's all I'm saying. I thought we were playing Lithuania in this group. It turns out it's Liechtenstein. That's interesting. I could have sworn it was Lithuania. So we probably will come back for those 2 games, the 9th and the 12th, because those are going to be the pivotal ones in this group to see if we can go up or not. I am pretty sure that there is no away goals. League sorting rules, results between teams, goal difference, goal scored. So there's no away goals rules. So we have to beat Latvia or stuff Liechtenstein by way more. Now, they obviously they've beaten Liechtenstein 3-1, which doesn't seem like very much. So if we can go out there and smash Liechtenstein in that first game, all we need is a draw of Latvia to win the group. So we'll come back for those 2 games, but they're a little way away. For now, we've got to worry about the beginning of this season. Look at the schedule. We have Astana on the 17th. We probably won't come back for every European game because a lot of European games. So what we'll probably do, as a guess, is we'll skip over Bodo Glimt, because that's still before the league season starts. That's what's so frustrating about all of this, is that the league season still won't have started when we're 2 games into the group stage. But then suddenly we're going to have to 18th, 22nd, 5th, 8th, 31st, 5th, 8th, to be fair. That's a busy week for us. It would be so much nicer if it's just a bit more balanced. And I understand why it's not, because there's only one stadium in Gibraltar and, everyone needs to use it. So there are gaps, and the reserves are all playing at the minute. But even so, it's a pain in the posterior. But we'll come back for those 2 international games next, and then we'll probably come back for, let's say, Levski Glacis, depending on how this is going. Or possibly Lincoln Levski, actually, because Lincoln's a huge game. And then we'll possibly Bodo and College in December. I don't want to drag the season out, even though, obviously, we've got a lot going on. I don't want to drag the season out too far. We're going to play Bradley Bander in goal. We're going to play Tyrrell Beckwith at right back. We're going to play the centre halves are O'Driscoll and Heaton, I think. Is it Heaton or is it Statham? I think it's Heaton, isn't it? Okay. And the left back is, where's he gone? Robbie Mullen. Deep line playmaker will be Swiderski because he can't really run. Tom Conlon is the attacking playmaker. The right winger is in Duckwu. The left winger is Dylan Morgan, I think. Yes. McGruer is the poacher. Williams is the advanced forward. Is that the right way around? I don't usually pick the team like this. I usually auto pick and then go in and tweak. But I'm doing it properly this time. Hankins, spare goalkeeper. Ionton, because he can play everywhere. Olivero for similar reasons. Hernandez for similar reasons. Caetano, Stewart, and Borquet. Actually, we're going to play Stewart instead of Williams. Because Stewart has half the goals Williams has, and he came in much later. He's technically not as good a forward, but he definitely is as good a forward. Like, he can't really finish, but his determination is really high, and his pace is pretty good. So, and he's 19. So it's Bander, Mullen, Heaton, O'Driscoll, and Beckwith, Conlon, Swiderski, Ndukwu, Morgan, McGruer, and Stewart. Let's go at this. This is this away or at home? At home. So theoretically, this is the second hardest game. Heaton is number 5. For those of you with a bingo card at home, that is the squad number chosen. I don't know what to make of any of this, honestly. I mean, obviously, we've all heard of Astana. They're not a bad side. But their Kazakhstani, is that at the level that we should be taking on now? Because I feel like Kazakhstan are at the level we should be taking on with Gibraltar. GM Statham aren't in the squad today, but they're not injured. It's rotation. Calm yourself. McGruer is good, yes. Swiderski, yeah, he's very good. Yes, good. Right. And I said this when the groups were drawn. I feel like all of these games are winnable, but they're also all losable. Does that make sense? Is losable a word? Probably not. And I think it's going to be a really, really close group. It could even be one of those ones that finishes on like 8 points each for everyone. But I might be completely wrong. Obviously, I'm basing that off my own fairly limited knowledge of European football. As a Plymouth Argyle fan, European football doesn't come up all that much in my life. And also, I'm basing that on what life is like now, not what life is like in 2027. McGruer on the run here. Can he finish one? McGruer goes a little bit wide, hits a shot, and Jurovic makes a good solid save. And the ball phases through a brick wall and disappears into the car park, which is inconvenient. Conlon to take the corner. In it comes. Back post. It's headed away. Morgan can go fetch. A bit quicker would be nice. We got there in the end. And we're the better side, statistically. I feel like we'd take a draw. Levski are beating Bodo. Which isn't exactly how that's meant to be going, I don't think, according to the ratings. Which, again, rather reinforces what I said. This group is there for the taking. But at the same time, it would be no shame to finish bottom of it either. Stewart squares it to Conlon. Back to Stewart. Oh no, it's in Duckwu. Stewart leaves it. We'll assume it was a dummy. And Duckwu buries it, and we're 1-0 up on the Astana. We're 1-0 up on the favourites. We can't get into knockout football in the first attempt, can we? I mean, we'd draw Marseille and get absolutely smashed. I know we would. But think of the money. Remember, it's £400,000 for a win in this group. For every win. If we win all of them, that's... I know we're not gonna. But if we do win all of them, that's £2.4 million. Outstretched arms. We deserve to be ahead. Forwards are all looking a bit ropey. But that's fine. I'm going to leave it exactly as it is. I'm going to chuck some praise out there now as well. Jurovic takes a goal kick into the middle, and it's well won by O'Driscoll. And Duckwu picks it up, and we're 3-on-3 if we pass it right. It's in front of Stewart, who should be quick enough to get there. Tackled across to McGruer, and it hits Stewart, and I think technically that's offside. Oh, what we got? Oh, it was offside. Ha! It gave that as offside. Harsh. It is 2-0 Levski in the game where Bodo Glimt were pulled out of pot 3. Or was it pot 2? We were pulled out of pot 3. Bodo Glimt were in pot 2. So that shows what European rankings are worth. Morgan breaking down the left wing. Look at all the players flooding forward. Can we pick the ball out? It's not a very good one. Ramirez knocks it back to Mikalovic. And we're after a mistake, really, aren't we? Heaton picks it up. If that cross had just been delayed just a little bit longer, that could have been something. Conlon to Morgan. Mullen is still sitting up there. Fair play to him. Magruer to Swiderski. And this is counter-attack central, isn't it? Look where our fullbacks are. Magruer into the empty net. Is it going to count? I think he's offside. He's not offside. Magruer scored them with 2-0 up on Astana. And again, £400,000 is huge for us. Plus, obviously, the gate money would fill the stadium. No question about that. We need a bigger stadium. I mean, I don't know where they're going to put it. There's not really any room in Gibraltar. And I think it's Gibraltar's national government that owns it. And Duckwood chips one in. Morgan with the header just onto the roof of the net. There's no need to rotate anything. Morgan's not having the very best game, which is a shame because when he turns up, he's brilliant. And he does have the ability to just randomly smack one in from 35 yards or hit an acrobatic volley or something. Alip sends it all the way back to their keeper. Jurovic hacks it away. And Beckwith against Heister. It's so nice. Seeing him on the booking just reminds me how nice it is to know we've got a backup right back now. And Duckwood to Magruer. Conlon's on the way through the middle. This is Conlon bombing forward. Dinks it over the keeper and we're 3-0 up on the favourites out of the group. What a performance. Praise him again. Now is the time for Conlon to come off because I like him a lot. I don't want him to get himself injured. Ionton can come on in there. Swap him for Swiderski. That sentence was harder work than I thought it was going to be. And Swiderski can bomb forward a bit. Yes, we'll make the changes. We had 19 shots, 10 on target. Our XG is 2.63. We absolutely deserve to be where we are. We have, however, committed 22 fouls. I'm starting to understand why the disciplinary rate is so bad. Dylan Morgan, it's not happening for you, is it, mate? Off you come. We'll play Hernandez out there because he needs sharpness. And we're going to bring on Borque for Magruer because why not? And are those two back the other way around now? Just slightly. Mikanovic hacks the ball clear. This is probably just a substitution highlight. It's probably not a relevant highlight. Beckwith. Let's see, we've gone 3 up on Bodo Glimt. Big hooks ball clear. And Stewart just turns the defender, ghosts around him. Oh, it doesn't quite get his dink away in time. But that was lovely. That was lovely. Conning the defender into going for the ball he couldn't win. The goal difference is going to help a lot if this does come down to something other than head-to-head. Bokai probably hits a free kick. And the goal difference is less good now, but that's fine. It's a win, and it's 400 and something thousand pounds. Okay, it's not a win yet. I know it's not a win yet. There's 9 minutes to play. And defensively, we are a bit wonky, it has to be said. I should also say, do you remember I've said I have theories that this Bokai chips it into the penalty area and Ramirez hits the post and Mullen hacks it clear. It was offside anyway. I have theories that this tactic might be slightly overpowered. I decided the other day to start an offline save. I don't usually play offline because I've come to really enjoy sharing this with you guys. But I started an offline save with Plymouth Argyle, and I used this same tactic exactly. And we're flying top of the league. We got a 7-1 win over Charlton, a 6-0 win over Wigan. So obviously it's not overpowered at all. That's exactly what we'd expect as Plymouth Argyle fans. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Bokai, I don't care about his goal. Let's talk about the ones we scored, please. We're second in the group. Let's give you Bodo Glimt 3-0, which is another good reason not to come back for the Bodo Glimt game. And it's £427,000 in the bank, which means we have 3.1 million quid. Time to start asking the board for stuff, I think. I'm going to be back in just a few days for the Pepe Reyes Charity Shield, or whatever it's called these days. I'll see you there. So I've taken the decision to treat this like a friendly. I realise that's an odd decision, considering technically it counts as a cup. But for one, unless they've changed their minds, I'll double check they haven't changed their minds, the board don't care less about this competition. Not important, so the board don't care. I don't care. And I don't really want to give Lincoln a view of how we're going to be playing and who we're going to be playing this season. And if they can smash us, then they can have that, and they can treat that as the confidence booster they want. So I have rotated the squad heavily. Hankins is in goal. Olivero, Ionton, Statham and Thomas are the back four. Robinson and G in the middle. Caetano and Morgan on the wings. Williams and Borque up top. Yeah. I mean, there's some kids in this team. Robinson in particular has the chance to perform. He is in a centre mid on attack, he thinks. The problem is he has no pace and no stamina and no strength. And a lot of stuff, actually. He's not very good. But His determination's high, and giving him football can only be a good thing, even if he can't run. But not being able to run thing is going to be an issue. I'm not going to lie. And especially since as our centre mid and attack quite often bombs forward into the penalty area, his bombing forward will be slouching forward. So we'll see how he gets on. I will be keeping a close eye on him in this game. Borke, once again, I really want him to become the footballer he should be. Because he's not desperately slow. His finishing's good, his composure's good, his decision making's good, his heading's good, his off the ball's good, his technique's good. This is the guy who should be really good for us, and for some reason he just isn't. So I really want him to send something. Williams has been in a hole lately in terms of his form going back to towards the end of last season. Bear in mind he played 12 times and scored 11 goals, but at one point I think that was 10 in 5. He's drifted off quite badly, so we want something out of him. Thomas is on a debut. Hankins has not been the goalkeeper I thought I was signing. Other than that, I mean, Caetano is a new signing as well. I'd like to see him do well. There's a lot of I want to see him do well, so I'm going to give him a chance to do well in this game. I have told the media that I don't intend on taking this game seriously. James Robinson can have 14, I think. So that's a good number for an 18-year-old kid who'll probably never make it. But yeah, I've told the board I don't expect to do well in this. I'm not going to try and do well in this. I don't really care. And we'll see if that will be like a bit of reverse psychology and try and... Hernandez is being rested. Unbeaten in the last two against Lincoln. Are we really? That's nice. Caetano is lovely. Yes, isn't he sweet? Oh, it's treating it like a cup final. It's so sweet. Come on, let's get on with it. It doesn't actually matter. It's for Charity Shield. 2,226 people have turned up. They will get half that attendance money, so that's probably about 10 grand. And we've had the first shot. We're clearly the superior team. And I think, going back slightly, especially having qualified for the group stages of the European competition, I feel like it is now our job to be head and shoulders the best team in Gibraltar. That's our job now. This game will not determine that because, like I've said, we're playing a weakened side. A heavily weakened side. But when we come to meet them in the league, we should be beating them. And therefore winning every other game as well. Williams wins the ball off Makoma. And here's Caetano with a big ball in front of Dylan Morgan. Morgan has Corcoran to take on. Drives in the cross. Borke's under it with his head. And Borke gets himself a goal. And that's huge for so many reasons that you're bored of hearing me talk about at this point. It's also important to point out that their side is better than ours. Like, if you were to look at their team sheet, Reynor Hercules is a spectacular footballer for this level of football. He's really very, very good. We could not afford him. We couldn't pay him his wages, and we couldn't buy him anyway. Young Coombs was the player of the year last season, up front for them. They're not even playing Marco Rosa, who is the best left winger in the country. So yeah, it's worth pointing out that they're better than us in everything apart from performance, and it's a penalty. It looks like it was it Williams who went down? Ramuni has knocked him down. Borke to take another pen, or take a pen for another goal. That's what I meant. And Borke fires it in, and that's 2. And that is a bit more likely. We're 2-0 up on Lincoln with our weaker side. Now, let's not get too excited. They could be doing what we're doing. I don't know a lot of the names here. Actually, I do know quite a lot of the names here. And Ronan, a lot of them get in the national team, but actually that doesn't mean a lot at this level because this club is now better than the national team is. In terms of star rating, anyway. Outstretched arms. Great stuff. We're doing well. Anyone perform particularly badly? No. Anyone unfit? No. Let's get on with actually. Tell a lie. We're 2-0 up. Jake G come off. Peter Casey go have some football. That means our entire midfield is 2 stars in total. Possibly not the wisest thing I've ever done. But you know what? Again, I don't care. And I want these players to have some football. And it has to be said, 6-6 was the worst rating. And that was Jake G who's come off. Murphy plays it up to Young Coombs. Walker to Ronan. Walker to Murphy. And that's Hercules. Young Coombs to Walker. Can we get a foot in at all, or is this just going to be one of their highlights? Hercules nearly gets tackled by his own right back, but never mind. Cuts it back to Walker. Here's Ronan. To the edge of the area to Murphy. They're making some interesting choices when I'd just put the ball in the box by now. Murphy has a go. just over the top. And after all of that, they could have done a lot better with that chance, couldn't they? Who is on our bench? Heaton. You know what? I'm tempted to bring on Perez, who's never played for us and isn't very good. That's him there. His tendency to punch is 18. That's not good. That's not a good thing. You don't want that to be your higher. Eccentricity is probably the only thing you don't want to be any higher than that. Casey takes a free kick, which isn't actually that bad for a kid. Peter Casey, this is him if you haven't seen him. 16-year-old. Determination could be better, but honestly, there's a player in there somewhere. It's just whether or not he turns up. Young Coombs hoists one out to the left wing, and Torrage will just about keep it in. Then pings it back 50 yards, and Borke flicks it on. Williams in a race with Ramuni, and he's going to win it. Williams has picked it up there. Tucks. Oh, he hasn't. Ugh. Finishing, man. His finishing. I realise I said I don't care, but what I care about is him scoring goals. I want him back, man. I want Williams back to be the footballer he was for a while. It's a solid 2-0 win in the competition we weren't even trying to win. And considering what the cup final was like last year, all the Lincoln players are still here, bless them. Considering what the cup final was like last year, and it was really tightly contested and very difficult to win, I would have expected to have lost this. Well, we won a cup we don't care about. But it's a cup. Do we get prize money? Let's go find out. Congratulations. Have yourselves a medal, boys. Where's the button for you know what? Who cares? We've been the best team in this competition. That's a nice thing to say, isn't it? Moral seems high right now. We're brilliant, yeah. Jace Oliveira, yeah, he's good. Lovely. Can we have some money? No? No money for us? No money for us. Attend press conference. Start press conference. Please the result. Referees weren't good enough again. Quality is not good enough again. What do I care about chairman? Nah. Is the answer to that question? It's a clarity argument. So we've got, what have we got now? We've got to wait for Bodo Glimt, right? Oh no, Bodo Glimt's coming up now. I'll do what I said. I'll come back for the international ties against Liechtenstein and Latvia to see if we can get out of Group D. If we have a quick look, actually, I will point out the world ranking is 179th, which is a record high. It hasn't progressed quite as quickly as I'd hoped. That particular drop, which I think is when we got relegated out of Group E, that's annoying. But yeah, 179th, but Latvia are much lower than that. That jump there was because of the draw against Latvia. So if we can get something off them again, that's a massive result, and we'll be at home this time. I'm off to go pester the board to spend some of the money we've got in the bank, and I will see you in Latvia. No, in Liechtenstein, or possibly in Gibraltar playing Liechtenstein, or something like that. But either way, I'll be back on Wednesday. One thing I'm considering, and I'm going to put this out there, is going back up to 5 videos a week. Genuine answer, would you be interested in that? Because it's very easy to say, oh yeah, more's better and all that lot. But I know a lot of people only have so much time to watch, and I don't want to be leaving people behind by releasing too much content. So be honest in the comments. Would you be able to keep up with 5 videos a week? Would you be interested in keeping up with 5 videos a week? I'm, again, only considering this because I've noticed that I've been able to be ahead of the curve a lot recently. So I'm thinking I might be able to plug some more videos in. But this might just be a fluke of how my route has fallen currently, and it might change back and it might not work. I might never do it. I might do it briefly and then find out it doesn't work or whatever. But I want your comments on that, please. Please and thank you. Also, woo, the Pepe Reyes Cup champions. We're still on for a quadruple, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.